Alright, welcome to another edition of the FantasyFix.com podcast. I'm your host, Brett Talley, and we're here to talk about daily fantasy strategy for August 19th, 2014 on DraftKings. Starting as always with weather, really not a ton to be worried about today. As far as rain goes, Atlanta at Pittsburgh has a 50% chance of rain at the beginning of the game, but it looks like it's going to be declining as the evening goes on. Shouldn't be a problem for hitters if that remains the case. Could make things a bit spotty for the pitchers if you're thinking about using a pitcher there, but it's Aaron Harang against the Pirates, who are good against right-handed pitching, and we'll talk more about them in a minute, and it's also Francisco Liriano against the Braves, who are good against left-handed pitching. So not really into either of those pitchers. Weather shouldn't be a huge deal there unless things change and the rain chances increase tomorrow afternoon. Other than that, really no game with significant wind impact, and not really a lot of temperature impact either. So minimal weather impact for the day, which is how we prefer it. All right, let's talk stacks. I just mentioned the Pirates going up against Aaron Harang. They're one of the teams I'd like to stack today. Their lineup's a little bit in flux. McCutchen's out. Mercer's sort of been on the mend. They've been moving Harrison around. Pedro Alvarez is back in the lineup. Ike Davis has been up and down the lineup. Really, they've got 5 guys that I'd be looking to use today, and it depends on how the lineup shakes out tomorrow afternoon. But Harrison, Walker, Alvarez, Polanco, and Davis are the 5 guys I think I could use against right-handed pitching. I want to see how that comes out. The lineup comes out tomorrow, and see if they're close enough in the order to each other, any of those 5 are, to maybe put 3 or 4 together in a stack. Also like the Indians against a right-hander, and today that right-hander is Kyle Gibson. Since Michael Bourne has been back, they've moved Kipnis down to the 5 hole, so I'm looking at Brantley, Santana, Kipnis, Gomes. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 right there, like that. All lefties except Gomes, and he handles righties pretty well. Also like the Angels today against Allen Webster. I'll be looking top 4 there in that lineup: Calhoun, Trout, Pujols, and Hamilton. And then Kansas City. We got a game in Colorado tonight. James Shields is going for Kansas City, so maybe not the Rockies, but the Rockies pitcher is Tyler Matzik, so you can like the Royals there. I'm hoping their 2, 3, 4, 6 is Infante, Perez, Butler, and Willingham. All righties against the lefty Matzik in Coors. Alright, starting pitchers for the day. If you got money, I prefer Steven Strasburg over guys like Liriano, who I mentioned doesn't have a great matchup. Max Scherzer against the Rays, not a great matchup, not a bad one either. I just think the price is way too high. It's $2,500 more than Strasburg against the Diamondbacks. That's in Washington, not Arizona. That's your big money play of the day. Mid-price options, I like John Lackey and Jared Weaver. Lackey now in the NL, going against the Reds, who don't scare anybody, and Weaver going against the Red Sox, who aren't super scary either. Although I guess that game is in Fenway, if I'm not mistaken. I'd probably rather have Lackey than Weaver, but those are your mid-price options at $8,000. If you need to go cheaper, I could see A.J. Burnett against the Mariners. Although if I was going to go cheaper, I'd just go much cheaper, and I'd go with Trevor Bauer at $5,600 against the Twins. So, stacks. Cleveland, Kansas City, Angels, Pirates. Pitchers, expensive Strasburg, mid-price Lackey, Weaver, cheap Burnett, and Bauer. Good luck to everybody tomorrow, and I will be back on Friday with another podcast. Good luck.